Okay, we're recording now. It is January 28th, and I want to go over the calendar. I want to go
Hello.
over a few things. If you have questions on how to do journal entries, and then these are our Monopoly deadlines, and we're going to go over the Monopoly in a little more detail. And then we will be having our exam. And that date is wrong. That's going to be um, February 5th. Okay, and the exam will start at, and I'll talk about that as well. Okay. All right, so let's go to the calendar. We're going to start. John, do you have a quick question about what
Yes.
I've been talking about?
Yeah. So I don't know if you mentioned this already, but on
I
the
can't hear you, John.
transaction,
Okay, I'm going to move on. So, all right, so here's our calendar. Monopoly is due tomorrow night, and we're going to go over that. And then the chapter 3 homework is going to be due after Monopoly. But to do Monopoly, you need to know how to do the journal entries in chapter 3. Okay. And then the quiz will be due Friday night. I had to do that with the timing of things because I want to give you time to finish your corrections if you have any to Monopoly. So Thursday morning, you will be assigned a peer and you will complete your peer eval by Friday night. And then you guys can see the calendar, yes? Do you see the calendar in front of you? Yes or no?
yes.
Yes or no? Okay, thank
Yes.
you, Misha. All right, so here's Monopoly. And then you have till Sunday to make any final corrections to your Monopoly. Again, if you have no corrections, you don't need to do anything because you're submitting your final Monopoly under the same assignment. Okay, your practice exam is due. We'll do our review session. I'll have my office hours Monday and Tuesday. On Tuesday, we'll do a review session for the exam. And these three assignments, account ID, and the three practice homeworks are due Tuesday night before the exam. And that'll just give you time to do extra practice. Okay. And then you'll come to campus on Wednesday at 1:30 and let's bring that up. Okay. Now, can you see this assignment on campus exam? Yes? Hope so. All right. Thank you. All right, so here's a campus map if you haven't been to campus before. Here's the campus parking map. You will need to purchase a parking pass. I think it's like $3. Um, and here's the details on the exams. And you don't do the exam online, but I show the details here in case you have questions. The exam will be done in room C208. It's on the west side of campus, and the exam will be 100 minutes. I will be there. I will get to meet you guys, and then we'll begin a few minutes after 1:30. I do let people ask last minute questions. Closed book, closed notes, no computer electronic devices. So if don't bring a cell phone for your calculator. You can have a cell phone, but it needs to be put away. Bring a writing utensil, a regular calculator, water or snacks. Bring your photo ID. You will be signing in and signing out of the exam. Um, Please send me an email or call me if you have questions. Okay. Do you guys have any questions right now about the exam, about the process? Where's my chat? There it is. Okay. All right. So let's go back to the calendar. Now you guys signed up for companies, so that's kind of cool. And then we're not doing any project stuff until after our first exam is over. So, all right, so let's take a look here. So we're here, Monopoly, we're here, and then exam here. We do have an extra credit opportunity here on campus. We will have the UW Foster School of Business advisors here and 2 alumni coming. So whether you're interested in the extra credit or not, it's a great opportunity to meet our alumni and the advisor from Foster. So it depends on who you are and what your plans are. But if you're planning to go to Foster, this is a good opportunity. Okay. All right. And I keep going off the calendar, which drives me crazy. I need to switch to, so I want you to be aware that right after the exam next week, your teams will be working together to submit your contract. Okay, so let's talk about that. Um, so starting about now is a good time to send an email on Canvas to your teams. How about we get the right class? Send an email to your teams so that you can arrange to have a meeting. You can do it on Zoom or whatever. And one per team, will upload the contract. Okay. And you want to make sure you do that in a timely basis. So let's go to units and modules. And let's just go under the projects. Contract. Nope, that wasn't it. Team project plan. And all it is you're dividing up the work on the project. So our first project won't be due for another week or two after the exam, but you need to sit down with your teammates and assign all the work out. So what I say to you is read the project instructions. This is where you're going to do a video and a PowerPoint for me and upload the PowerPoint with a link to the YouTube video. And it'll be project one, company business model. Okay, it's not going to be financial, just business. What does the company do? Who are the competitors, etc. Okay, here's some helpful instructions. I have a PowerPoint template that I want you to use. And your final project should include a video link and PowerPoint slides. Okay, so what you're turning in a week from this Friday is just your contract. So you're going to read the whole project. What is the project about? You're going to read all that and the different pieces in it. But then what you're turning in, you've already picked your team. You're making your contract. It's only worth 5 points, but you got to get it done because that's how you're going to get your work done. Okay. And you're turning in your project plan, how you're going to contact each people, how are you meeting, when are you meeting, how will you work on things, what is your agenda, and then complete the table below. And you'll say who does what and what's the deadline and who's the auditor, and assign a team chair. It just works well when one person kind of is chair. So I've divided up all the parts of the project and you want to assign them. So we'll talk more about that, but I wanted to give you a heads up on that. Okay. All right. So let's talk about today. You guys want to go over Monopoly. Kendra wants to go over Monopoly, Akiko Monopoly. John, you want me to give you the answer to a journal entry on Is that for Monopoly? What is it for?
So I'm not talking about the answer. So like I don't remember exactly. So after I
You better
complete
put
a
it in the
round,
chat. We can't hear you. Yeah. So, all right. So Akiko, you said how do you sign in and out? I have a sign-in sheet. You sign your name and the time when you arrive and sign your name when you leave. Okay.
Thank you.
So, um, uh, okay, so let's go to Monopoly. And then we've talked about the exam format. Oh, before we do that, the practice exam, I want to make sure everybody understands that. So let me go to that. So before all my exams, I give a practice exam. And they're under units and modules. And Akiko, can you see units and modules? Okay, great. Okay, so under the last chapter for that module, you'll see all of this stuff. So, and all your assignments are under tasks. Okay, so here we go. So here's the practice exam. DISCN is an abbreviation for discussion. Okay, practice exam. And then you've already signed up. You guys have already signed up. And then here's your exam. So let's look at the practice exam. And students really like the practice exam. And so what you do is you answer one question on the practice exam. You download the practice exam. The solutions are locked. They'll be locked until Tuesday or Monday. And then you basically do the exam with your whole class. So what you do is you submit a solution, put the page number of the problem as your title, and write out your solution or embed a photo. Do not attach a document. Okay, do not attach a document. Okay, so do not post all the solutions. Post one solution and check a couple solutions. Okay, for full credit, you have to post a solution, not one that somebody else posted, and you need to check a solution. The whole assignment's 3 points, but the idea is that we kind of do it together. However, that's the assignment. You should do the full exam yourself and then kind of check it against everyone else's. But I don't grade you on whether you do it or not. That's up to you. Okay. Read all the postings, post a solution, and check a solution, at least one. And if you think somebody has a wrong solution and somebody else says, yeah, that's a good solution, go ahead and post, no, I got a different answer. So, I mean, we really want a conversation about this exam. So it kind of gets you used to the format, and ideally you're writing your answers on paper. So you're used to doing that for the real exam. Okay. All right. So that's the practice exam review. Oops, that date's wrong. Sorry. And all right, so let's go to Monopoly. Okay. We've got lots of Monopoly questions. And Mishas, what is the JE? JE is an abbreviation for journal entry. Does that help? Oh, now I understand your question, John. Let me demonstrate that to the class because I think that would be helpful. Okay.
Can you hear me now?
So you guys have gone through, hopefully, chapter 3, and you've learned about debits and credits. And so to show that, we're gonna I have you do this Monopoly assignment, and it kind of brings everything together and it's the first part of the accounting cycle. So here's Monopoly. So what I'm gonna, and oops, that one, this assignment has been deleted. Well, that's no good. Let's go to Monopoly. Can you guys get into Monopoly? Let's go assignments. Go down here. Yeah, John says yes. Good. Okay. There we go. All right. All right, so here's all those dates again. So it's a little confusing because you actually use this assignment twice. One, to do your original submission, and two, to do your corrections, your final submission, okay? If you don't think you have any corrections, you don't have to do the second assignment, okay? In between, after you've uploaded your Monopoly by midnight tomorrow night, by, I think, I forget what time, by 9 o'clock tomorrow morning, or you'll get a peer assignment. You'll come back to the same assignment. Okay. You'll come back to the same assignment. And this, you'll see that Monopoly instructions here, but then on the right side, you'll see a peer assigned to you. So you'll click on that peer's name and it'll take you into their assignment. Okay. And I'm going to show this to you. So, and then once you're in their assignment, you'll click on the rubric button. So let me show that to you. So I've got 4 submissions graded. So that's good. Let's look. So let's say I have this person's assignment. Okay. And I'm going to check their numbers. I'm going to look at their transactions. This will be you, Thursday and Friday. And if I think, and as I go on each part of the assignment, I'm going to click on this rubric button here. Maybe you have to widen my screen a little bit. And it's going to say log sheet. What do you think? Did they do a good job or not? And I want you to give them a grade. I give the final grade. They don't get your grade, but I want to know what you would grade them. So if you think this person was perfect, you'd give them a full. But that's not good enough. I want to know why you thought they were perfect. Or you might say clear explanations and neat or something. Okay. So I'm going to delete that because I'm not in charge of his paper yet. So then you scroll down and you have general journals. And you're going to check and see if the journals are correct. So for example, I did the first journal entry for you guys. Debit $1,500. Increase cash $1,500. And it was the stockholders' investment in the company. Okay. So there's down here is the first journal. Debit cash. Cash is an asset. We increase cash with a debit. Debits are on the left, credits are on the right. Remember, credits have an R in them. That's how you can remember they're on the right side. Okay. And the right side is here. So cash is increased with a debit. Common stock is increased with a credit. So you really have to know the rules of debit and credit here. So you'll go through and check all their work, their T accounts. You'll give them a grade and an explanation why you gave them that grade. Trial balance, income statement, retained earnings, classified balance sheet, working capital calculation, current ratio calculation, net income percent. And I have the formulas in the Excel website, the Excel sheet. It's not a website. You download it to your computer. And then overall neatness. Leave this blank. I'll put that score in, whether if you do a peer eval. Do not forget to hit save. Now, you can only do the peer eval once. Once you hit save, it does not let you back in. That's not something I can change. We've asked it to change, but you can't redo. You can't go back and redo it. You get one shot at it. So be careful when you save. Make sure you're done. Okay? All right, so let's go back to that. That's step 2, which is your peer assignment. And then step 3 is make any corrections to your assignment. Upload it because you're going to go in and read your rubric that the other person, your teammate or some other classmate did for you. If you agree that you need to make corrections, make them and upload it again. And that's fine. I'll review your audit of the other students. I'll review the student work and I'll assign points to both of you. So it's real important you understand how to do peer audits. And it's really helpful. Students say they learn a lot doing Monopoly and they learn a little bit more doing the peer audit. Okay. And that's it. So we can go over next how the game is played. Okay. So any questions so far? So John, you have very specific questions and we'll get to it when we open up the log. But any questions on the process? Okay. Okay, I'm going to
Well,
stop the video. I'm going to start a new one.